Hi everyone and welcome back to a Niagara video. In this video we're going to go on and show you how to make a sparkling effect in a Niagara system. Now sparkle effects are really useful if you want to do some sort of loot pickup, for example, and or indicate to the player there's something they can interact with or pick up or collect, like a key, potion, or a note or whatever it may be on the desk. You usually have some little sparkle effect that you want to indicate to the player. So we're going to go through and showcase how to create this sparkle effect and put it into your game. So let's begin and create this effect. So to begin with, we're going to create our Niagara system, and we'll go to the create empty system and click finish, and we'll give this one the sparkle system. Now inside of this we're going to have an emitter, and that emitter is going to be replicating that sparkle effect. So we go and add a blank emitter by choosing the empty one, and we can name it, if we like, sparkles. So the first thing to do is create this sparkle material we want to use, because at the moment this is set to use a simple circle shape, which is okay, but let's actually get a sparkly shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the material for this, and fortunately it's quite simple. All you do is create a material, and we call this one sparkle matte, and open this up. And in here we're going to use a gradient, and in particular we're going to use a diamond gradient. Now the gradient here gives us a nice diamond shape, which if we plug into our base color here, you can see it kind of come out here, but if I put to plain, it makes it a bit more obvious. Okay, so it gives us a nice shape of a diamond sparkle look. Now for a diamond to be sparkly, I want it to be going to emissive color more than anything. So let's multiply this by, let's say, 10, and put that into the emissive color. Change it to 10. We get a nice bright color going to it. Now it may look a bit insane at the moment, but that's fine. What we're going to do is make this translucent as well. So let's go to the sparkle matte here and change this from opaque to translucent. And then the opacity is going to be also this diamond gradient. So we're going to drag this out to opacity, and it goes into there. Now the pits that are part of the diamond will now be nice and bright for us to use. Okay, so for this to actually work with our particle system, we're actually going to make it also follow along with the particle color system. So for that, you need to make a particle input, and you'll see particle color as an input. And we're going to multiply our result here by this. So let's take out this part here and do multiply, and multiply it by the particle color. This will then go into a multiply by 10 for the emissive. Basically, you don't actually need any more because the emissive color is going to override that as it is anyway. But if I change, say, this particle color input data in the particle system to be red, this would output as a red sparkle. We also want the opacity to be affected by this as well. So we're going to multiply the diamond gradient here by the opacity set by the particle color as well. And that is all we have to do here for our material setup. Okay, hit apply and save this. We then want to go back to our Niagara system and go to sprite renderer and change our sprite to be the sparkle sprite that we just made. There it is. Now to see this spawning in here, we need to go to emitter update and add in a spawn rate, and we're going to choose a nice slow number of, say, let's say 2. Okay, and there it is, spawning all on top of each other. Now I don't want them obviously all in one spot. I want them to be dancing around the place a bit. So we're going to go into the particle spawn here and go new module, and we're going to choose a new location module, and we're going to choose this sphere location module. This will spawn these things inside of a sphere of a certain radius. Now the radius is set to 100, which I find is quite large. You may want to bring it down a little bit to, say, like 30, to bring it a bit more in a normal nice shape. Okay, and here they are all spawning around. Next, we're going to change how long they live for. Now, by default, particles are set to their lifetime to be 5 seconds, which is quite large. I'm going to change it down to 1 second, and you'll see them flash in and out, and you get this sort of like almost like Christmas tree looking lights. Okay, getting close. Next, we're going to write about as the size. So the size of these things are going to be scaled across their lifespan, so they grow and then shrink back in. So we're going to go into particle update and change it on here. Now it's going to go in particle update because it's changing throughout the lifetime of the particle. So this is where it should go. And if you don't know what you're looking for, just think about keywords you may want to use. So we're going to change the scale of this thing. So type in scale, and you'll find in there an option for scale sprite size. So I'm going to choose this one. And in here, scale factor of 1 by 1 will appear. As you can see, pretty nothing major will happen here. Now we want to change the size of our sprite and set that to be in our initialized particle to be a certain size. Now at the moment its size is unset. We need to change the sprite size in initialized particle to something else. So let's change that to uniform, and we'll leave it as 10. And you get these nice little 10 size particles spawning around. Okay. Next, we're going to go back to our scale sprite size. Now at the moment scale sprite size is just doing 1 in general, so it's just showing the full size of it. But if I click on the little down arrow on the right hand side here, and in here I can do a curve, and I'm going to do a vector 2D from curve. Now the default number you're going to get from this is going to be from 1 to 0, so it's going to look like this sort of fading in thing. But I'm going to add a little bit of flair to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an extra key onto this. So if I push enter, no sorry, if shift and click, sorry, not enter, shift and click. And this one, I'm going to drag up to about there. And again, we'll do it here too. Shift click, pull them up together. It doesn't have to be too exact. And then I'm going to bring the start of this down. Both of them. And let's just weight it more to the front. So it's got start quick and then a larger ending trail off. And now you see you got this nice sparkly effect where they sort of come into play and then fade away. And we can also combine this with color as well, as I've mentioned before. So if I were to go into my particle spawn here, or no, let's do it on particle update here. Go color and do right there. And on this color here, I can change to any color I like, and it will reflect that because I've got that particle spawning color in there. Okay, so you get quite nice effects from this. So let's leave it as, let's go for goldy sort of colour. But we can also do other things as well, like make it fade as well if you want it to. And if you want to do that, you just click on the down arrow here again, do curve, and do colour from curve. And now we're going to set up different colours for this. So the colour we're going to use here is the top half of this row is colour. So we're going to click on here, I'm going to change that to yellow. I can delete these other two by clicking on them and pushing delete. And then I've got alpha going on here too. So alpha is actually going to fade these out over their lifespan. And you know it's their lifespan because this curve index is set to normalized age. So as they get closer to their life end, they'll start fading out. I can drag this and make it shorter if I want, so it fades out quicker. Do whatever I like with this. But we'll leave it as is at the end there. And there we have a completed sparkle effect. So if I've got an item I want to pick up on the floor, I can just place this particle system onto any actor I like to see it in action. And there you go, our sparkle effect. And there we have it, a very nice sparkly effect to indicate to the player of an item of importance or some loot that they can collect. If you like this video and want to see more Niagara videos, please let us know in the comments below what kind of Niagara effects you want to see. If you want to see all my videos early before anyone else and show your support, head over to patreon.com/RyanLaley. You can find all my videos early, as well as many other benefits as well. I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons and YouTube members for their continued support. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.